What's up, everyone? This is James, Unlocking the Value, talking to you today about the wonderful world of crypto. So, the red is still happening. The red is still happening, but I've been looking into this and I've seen a few very interesting things online. Um, I heard someone speaking about the patterns of market caps and not just within cryptocurrency, but within um, traditional banking and finance systems like stock markets, the S&P 500, right? Um, September and October's have always been traditionally very bad for the S&P 500, um, particularly on election years, interestingly, because election years, for whatever reason, the whoever becomes president has a major impact on what happens to the stocks. And it's always been September and October are bad months for the stock market, and we know Bitcoin's tracked and tied to the S&P 500, so we may have to get ready for another 5 weeks of bleeding. Um, so and looking back at this is the total market cap chart over the past of cryptocurrency. So let's just pull this back. So we're here right now. Okay. Now, even in that crazy bull run, worst month, September. Best month, December. And we do tend to see that pattern. September, bad month again in 2019. October, stable, not good. And November, a bit of a bad one, and December, a bit of a bad one before a good run in January. Now, but the pattern still remains the same. Even if we zoom in to some degree, we are seeing roughly the same thing on September's. Here's 2016. August was bad, September was bad. September was a slight green candle. It's flat. There's basically, I mean, we're talking like very little volume at this point, to be fair. But month by month, you can go back. August, September, bad months. Yeah, in 2015. We go back even further. 2014, September, bad month. October, bad month. Patterns repeat. Okay. Um, there you go. August, September, October, bad months. And all these patterns repeat. They always do. What we know and what we've seen quite regularly is that we see November and December very good most of the time, even when the volume in crypto was really low. Look in 2015, November, December. 2016, we go to 2016, November, November, December again. Yeah, so the pattern remains. God damn it, I didn't mean to do that. So it's something to bear in mind, okay? We are going to bleed out for another 5 weeks. It's very, very possible. So look at your positions and decide how you want to move, okay? I've got heavy positions in a few different cryptos. I'm not selling any of them because because I've sold bits at profit. But right now, I see the current value. I'll give you an example. I've got a position in Neo. I like Neo a lot. The current value is less than what I think I'm going to get for it down the line. I bought in at $8. I took some profits at 16. My initial investment back, effectively. So I'm sitting on profit anyway. So make sure you're doing this, or make sure you're looking at your positions right now to decide how to move in the future. Because there's bits of green. I think there's little bits of green here and there. Ocean Protocol's having a good one. Quant no Phantom is up 22.5. Phantom's had a great 7 days. Look at that. Although that will have something to do with Andre Cronje. I never say his name right, by the way. Um, Now, this guy is well known within the crypto space. Um, I'm going to go through a couple things he's done actually. Now, this, in terms of DeFi, he's busy building a DeFi risk index based on how over-leveraged protocols are. Now, the DAI owned compared to the DAI on credit, very, very, very significant difference there. DAI ERC20, DAI DSR, DAI liquidity pool token, effectively, or DAI LP. We are over-leveraged in the DeFi market. Now, when people talk about bubble or they talk about a potential crash, the amount that's being borrowed and restaked effectively, which is pretty much what's happening, is causing an over leverage in this market, and it's possible it could crash. I don't believe the DeFi market will, but we do know, and I don't believe it will completely, but we do know over the course of time that DeFi is going to become a bubble that pops. It's just not yet. I don't think it's anywhere close, at all. But yeah, it's now. Just so you know, Andre Cronje, sorry, is has worked with ridiculous amounts of projects. And at the moment, as far as I'm aware, he is actually an advisor for this one, Phantom, which has had huge growth. They've created a minting process that's gone live recently. In fact, there's images of what he's done. So he locked up today. He sent ERC20 Phantom, wrapped Phantom to W Phantom, minted FUSD. After all this time building on ETH, it was a nice change. Cross-chain DeFi is not here yet. Bridges are not trustless yet, but the pieces are coming together. L1 is the new L2. We are seeing, particularly in Phantom, a real push for DeFi. And as you can see, you're adding 10,000 W Phantom to your collateral, and then he sent another one where he was looking at the amount of FUSD added. So you can mint FUSD, and you can use FUSD to trade synths, lend it to the liquidity pool to earn interest, and use it as collateral to borrow synths. Right? This is a new method of well, not overly new, but it's live on Phantom. And what I will say about Phantom is their speed and their cost is exceptionally low. It is worth checking out, guys. And obviously, this is having a nice run, for up 45% in the last 7 days. I can't see it. Most of them are likely to be down 45%, so worth keeping an eye on that one. But this month and next month is the time to accumulate. It's the time to have calm, cool heads prevail. Okay? Don't sell your positions at a loss, because that's what too many people are doing. And it's going to be brutal. It's not going to be nice watching your positions weaken. If you have invested in a project because some YouTubers started talking about it, then do some research and make sure that it's a good project. If it isn't, cut bait and run. There is no issue with that. We're all going to lose on at least one project over the next 12 to 15 months. But that's why we have multiple projects in an investment portfolio. So if one dies on its arse, we all survive and we all are still thriving from our many, many good investments. So that's food for thought. Anyway, guys, the UK has announced that, well, it's in the process of announcing what I think will be a small temporary lockdown. I don't think it's going to be significant. But the FTSE 100 is bouncing back a little bit based on the fact that the announcements from the PM weren't as significant as what we thought they were going to be. Though he is speaking tonight, so if he announces that Britain's going to lock down again, which I don't think it will, but if he does that, the stock market's going to get hammered, and let's make no mistake about it, the S&P 500 will get hammered as a result. But the S&P has started okay. That's the good news. It started okay. So if it stays steady, then hopefully we won't see more of a bleed that we've been seeing. But if it starts dropping, expect blood in the water, guys. Blood in the water. Anyway, that's it from me. It's going to be a mad 5 weeks, but November and December are going to be good times. We've got 5 weeks. I don't know about you. I'm building positions and strengthening positions. 5 weeks time, let's see where we're all at, because at the end of October we should be starting to look at a lot of green candles and green 24 hours. Anyway, that's it for me. Take care, stay safe.